What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we got a knife from Kunwu. It had been a minute here since we had checked out a Kunwu knife, and we are here at last. Looks like we're checking out the Gringo, right? El Gringo, which is a funny name because that's typically what it's a word that Hispanics use to talk about, English-speaking people, right? Call them El Gringo. So, Sergio with his sense of humor here, right? Kind of naming it something funny like that. We got a, the fabric pouch right here, right out of the box. Really quality stuff here. We got a wire clip as well. This one's going to be reversible from what I understand. Extra hardware, silica gel, Kunwu nice card. Typically comes in this plastic baggie here, but it is a pass-around knife, so whoever the last person was like, nah, you don't need that. Wiping cloth right there, and here is the knife. So shout out to Lefty EDC for the opportunity to check this one out, part of his pass-around. And yeah, I was gonna say, is this a lefty version of the knife? I'm pretty sure it looks to me that way. This will typically be the show side for me, but we have the actual lock bar on this side. So this is interesting, ladies and gentlemen. This is really interesting. Kind of took me there for a spin. Like, wait a second, am I looking at this knife right? First of all, check out the honeycomb pattern on the titanium. That is absolutely epic. How they pull this off, I have no idea, but it looks really nice. Not to mention, it obviously provides really good grip. We have the Damascus pivot color going on this one, and a little bit of DLC going on the pivot, also on the blade. This one has a DLC treatment, matching titanium backspacer, and then here on the other side, titanium pocket clip, which again, you can swap for that other wire clip if you want. Stress relief cut out on the outside, steel insert for steel and steel contact. But yeah, let's go ahead and, one thing is for sure, I'm not going to be putting any pressure on the lock bar here. So let's see. First time experiencing a lefty knife. So let's go ahead and deploy this thing. Holy crap. Oh yeah, that's the issue. See, that's the problem. I was thinking, okay, let me get my thoughts together. All right, I was thinking, yeah, I'm not going to run into any issues. Well, why would I run into any issues? Nah, it's going to be a walk in the park. No big deal. The moment I'm about to reverse flick, I realize obviously my thumb puts pressure down on the handle so the whole knife doesn't go flying out of my hand. And in doing so, I'm putting a lot of pressure on the lock bar, which is exactly what you're not supposed to do. So let's go ahead and, there we go, try with my non-dexterity left hand and see how that goes. And just as you would expect, it works like a charm. We have an opening hole, and then we have this crazy blade. Sergio, what in the world were you thinking, my friend? What is this? What is going on here? All right, for one thing, the Gringo here is actually really savage, right? We got a harpoon blade with quite a bit of belly, flat grind. We have that DLC on there, which, by the way, if you haven't seen the videos online, Sergio actually took some screwdriver or whatever and started scratching the crap out of the blade and then wiped it off. And with that DLC coating, it's like as if nothing happened. So that DLC coating there is the real stuff. S390 on the blade, which is a whole new steel, by the way. So future me, put a little something about S390 because I'm completely new to S390 and what it is, right? As a steel, everybody's heard of M390, but S390, right? How is that one different from M390? Is it a completely different mix? Now, for one thing, for sure though, Kunwu is always experimenting with some high-end steels. For example, the PM60 steel on the Kunwu Chad. You don't see this in many other knives, right? I haven't seen or come across any other knife that has PM60 steel, and it works like a trooper here on the Kunwu Chad. We'll come back to this guy doing some size comparisons, but yeah, the Gringo here making a great first impression, no doubt about it. Very drop shotty, as you would expect there on ball bearings. I'm gonna do the, yeah, it's possible to put pressure on the lock bar, Miguel, if you're a lefty. So I think I might stick with the thumb deployment, reverse flick. Let me try thumb deployment here without putting pressure. And again, keep in mind, this is not my dominant hand. Technically, right, in an ideal world, if I had dexterity on my left hand, it would deploy. It looks something like that. Okay, I'm having too much fun here. Let me dial it back a little bit. I think the front flipper, let me try that. Front flipper, is that going to work a little better? Yeah, don't put pressure on it now. Yeah, it definitely needs, I need a lot more dexterity than I have on my left hand. That's what is happening here. I can't overcome the detent. It's a lefty version. I don't use my lefty hand. My left hand like that. So That's quite interesting here, checking something out like that for the first time. In the front flipper, there we go. Front flipper with my right hand. There we go. That should not be an issue at all. I'm not putting any pressure anywhere on a lock bar. And yeah, love the jimping there. Would have been nice if it went all the way around as well, but definitely works, right? Don't have to sweat it or anything for it to work. The front flipper on the Compadre worked out really nice, so they definitely know how to tune a front flipper really well. I mean, Argos, let's see. It is quite a sized knife here. Quite a large knife, no doubt about it. I'm able to get a full purchase with plenty of handle still left here. I can also forward choke right here with my index finger. And guess what? The thumb is going to fall perfectly on the harpoon right there. And that's going to put in some really good work, right? Feeling really nice on hand. And a really good grippy handle, like I said earlier. So this knife isn't going anywhere. If you walk into the Vaseline factor, like Nick Chavas will say, you should be okay. It should be fine. This knife is not leaving your hand anytime soon. So that's pretty dope right there. Of course, it is on ball bearings, and I got the DLC treatment there. I mean, all in all, really, really cool knife. All right, through and through. Let's go ahead and see what this thing is capable of doing here during our scientific cutting test. Of course, that's what this channel is known for. Very scientific cutting test. All right, let's get the few cuts into, right, S390 steel. What the deal is with that. I mean, one thing is for sure. It's definitely, it definitely slices like butter. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, did you look at this? Would you look at this? Just look at it, right? Just look at this. Oh man, that's epic, right? Cutting, obviously it's gonna destroy that paper. It never stood a chance, clearly. And I got a single wall piece of cardboard here, cutting at a diagonal angle for better performance. Got my forward choke position right there. Wow, man. Laser status, yep, I think so. Holy crap, listen, it is cutting, oops, butterfingers, cutting much better than I anticipated. You can tell when a knife goes through material very smoothly, right? Sometimes a knife will give you resistance on hand when you've been really testing out a whole bunch of knives and you know how one glides over, let's say cardboard, for example, over so many other models. You can tell which ones stand out, and this one certainly does, right? No doubt about it. So digging that, definitely. There's some gunk here in the front I'm trying to clean off. Might have to bust out my break-free CLP later and clean it up. But guys, rate this thing on the scale from 1 through 10, right? How sharp is it? Rate that factory edge. What do you know about S390, right? Are you familiar with S390? Is this your first time hearing about S390? Just like me, right? Definitely let me know below. I'll be curious to know, right, where you guys are at as far as that goes. All right, and listen, this is gonna be a fun part right here because, oh, look at that. I was able to actually reverse flick it this time. I think the trick is to put my thumb way down here, perhaps. Somewhere where I'm not adding pressure. There we go. That worked out. But yeah, this is going to be a fun part right here because this thing got quite the size. Let me tell you. You know, for all my people who are always like, Miguel, we want to see the big knives. Where the big knives at? We want to see the big knives. I got you. Listen, this thing comes in at 8.5. Whopping 8.5 inches right there. Close to 21.5 centimeters. The blade length is about over 3.5. It's like 3.6, 3.65. The actual cutting is about a little bit over 3.25, like 3.35 or so. And the handle, and I'm just eyeballing it, right? Handle is about 4.75, 4.8 perhaps. So you know you're dealing with quite the knife there for sure. And I got just the thing. I got just a thing for this guy. And that is this thing right here. This is the Pulsar XL from Kunwu as well. It is one of my biggest folding knives in my collection. I think it gives the Gringo here quite a run for the money. It's actually pretty close. The Gringo is no joke a larger folder, right? As we just discovered, right? So many minutes into this video, but yeah, you can see it definitely gives it a good run for the money there. The XL Pulsar being just a hair larger. Here is Kunwu Chad as well. All right, take a look at those. Chad is a little bit shorter there size-wise by comparison. And again, all these are linked down below if you guys want to check out prices, availability, and variants. I mean, the word on the street, and you should know if you're completely brand new to Kunwu, is, this is the Kunwu Django, by the way, it's the fact that they have really good value knives for the money, right? For the premium materials that you're getting, right? The price is on point right? Not overpriced per se or what have you, right? Really good value for the money. This is the Demko AD 20.5. These are going to be your regular medium folders, large folders, right? This guy definitely got some size to it. And in case you don't own any Kunwu knives, I got you, right? You probably own some of these. There's the PM2, just quite a bit shorter there. The Para 3, obviously, much shorter, no doubt. And last but not least, a few budget options. There's the Civivi Vision FG. Here's the Kizer Militaw, right? All of those are going to be shorter by comparison. And here's the CJRB Pyrite Light and the Vasti Porcupine. So again, these are going to be a little bit shorter. The Gringo, all right, definitely got quite the size to it, as you can see, and I'm absolutely digging it, guys. Yeah, definitely making a great first impression here. I hadn't checked out a Kunwu knife in a while. Kunwu is one of my favorite brands, right? I own, right, at least 3 other models, like you saw there. The Pulsar XL, the Chad, and the Django. And man, this thing, if I can get it deployed, again, being the lefty version, it feels really good on hand. It honestly, it really does. And they also have lefties in mind, right? The fact that they make lefty versions, right? What makes it a lefty version? Well, for starters, even though the pocket clip is reversible, the lock bar is on the, looking at it belly up like this, the lock bar is on the right side, whereas if it was a righty knife, right, the lock bar would be on the left side. Case in point, obviously here's the Berg blades tick. And obviously this is a righty configuration, right? The show side is clean and the lock bar belly up again is to the left. Here's the lefty version, right? The lock bar is to the right. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this one. What do you like about it? What do you love about it? Is there anything you dislike about it? Let me know and let's hang out in the comment section down below. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.